Hello everyone, welcome to our first Star vs. the Force of Evil Secrets and Analysis video. Today we are analyzing Goblin Dogs and By the Book, which just released. I'm here with Michael as usual.
What up, what up?
So the first episode, Goblin Dogs, was not really, did not have much lore or anything in general, but of course there was always some stuff. But you know, this is more of a filler episode than anything, even though it was kind of fun. And I liked how it made fun of food trucks in general. That's just, I've seen ones with huge lines, nothing like that, but just, I like that kind of joke when they do that. They play off modern stuff.
Yeah, this episode definitely didn't showcase much. It was 100% filler. Still pretty funny. Roy the Goblin is actually voiced by Jerry Trainer, who also voiced Tough Puppy. He was Spencer on iCarly. He was Crazy Steve on Drake and Josh. That was pretty cool. It didn't even really sound like him. But the only thing we really learned from this episode, Ponyhead mentioned that Olga's school is now like a party school, which was kind of implied at the end of that episode when all that stuff went down. But it's good to see that that vibe is still being maintained after this time.
Yeah, so what actually happens in the episode is that we do meet a new character. Well, technically two new characters. Yeah. We meet Kelly and later her boyfriend Tad. I found it strange how Kelly didn't talk until later, and then even later we learned about Tad. So that was just really weird. Like, the show randomly does stuff like that all the time.
Found it Tad strange. Yeah.
Dun,
okay.
dun.
No, I thought they were gonna totally try to put Kelly and Marco together, but I guess that didn't happen.
Then they're like, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Forgot to remind you guys. Yeah. But Marco does admit he feels like a parent a lot of the time, which is, you know, very consistent with what we have seen throughout the series. And I don't know if this is like a calling for Star to mature, or he's just like putting that out there.
Yeah, I feel like that might come up again later, where Marco is always the voice of reason, and then Star and Ponyhead do something that's just so outlandish that it kind of messes things up in a serious way. Something like that, because Star really, like, Star's a handful by herself.
Yes.
But once she gets with Ponyhead, she starts making extremely irrational decisions. So I could imagine something going down in the future between those two.
Yeah, I think Ponyhead has been getting better, especially with her relationship to Marco, because at first she didn't really like him because she was like, oh, are you replacing me as best friend, I think.
Yeah.
So I think they are getting better, but yeah, definitely Marco's still gonna have to police both of them unless they both like totally mature, which might not happen, even though Ponyhead did go through training at St. Olga's. You know, obviously we know that she came out pretty much the same.
Yeah, that didn't go over.
They stopped her. They stopped the reformation process of becoming a princess, which I guess was good.
Now,
actually very good.
I'm curious because we know Miss Heinous, like, she turned back to normal or whatever at the end of that episode. I'm curious as to how that school has remained a party school. Like, is she just not enforcing anything, or is she just so focused on finding Star and Marco that she's not even bothering with the school anymore?
Yeah, I'm not sure where she went. I mean, maybe she had like another lab, or she just totally left the school at the end of the episode, because we know she was looking for, she has been looking for Star and Marco. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess, I mean, this is just saying that nobody's taking charge since Miss Heinous is gone.
Yeah, I'd imagine we'd be seeing her pretty soon if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. So a couple interesting things is that Marco has a lot of money, and he's just willing to give it all up, like, for a food truck or for the Goblin Dog, I guess. I mean, it was supposed to be a big experience, and it was, but like, wow, that's a lot of money, Marco.
Oh yeah, they had a total drug trip. I forgot to mention that from the Goblin Dogs. It's like every cartoon has to have one of these, don't they?
I know. I don't know if that's a good thing, but they seem to like to do that. I mean, although the art style during that the trip was very cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So something interesting that I saw people mention was that there was a skeleton named Stan, and people were saying this is an Undertale reference. I thought that was funny because he has like a coat. But I don't know. It's just, man, I don't know if that was reference to
I'd have to see that again. Like was it reference to Sans?
Yes, that's what. Yeah, Sans. Yeah, who knows?
We'll have the picture up now so you can be the judge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was pretty much it for that episode. It was pretty fun and interesting, but of course the episode right after that, By the Book, was quite a bit more relevant to the overall plot than the last one. So let's talk about that.
Progression.
I know, finally. So first off, we learned that the wand apparently talks to Ludo. So we haven't really talked about this on the channel yet because I haven't really made a Star video for Season 2 because not too much has happened yet. But here's one for Season 2, and then we're going to keep talking about this more. But a couple people are actually almost everybody's noticed that the wand that Ludo has, it looks like it's the bones of Toffee, of his hand with the missing finger. That's how you can kind of tell. And it looks like, dead Toffee hand, who knows if he's dead, is holding it. And then it looks like now it could actually be influencing Ludo.
Yeah, so we see Ludo literally talking to the wand. For some reason, the eagle and the spider couldn't. I think they just heard murmurs. I don't know if that was just for the audience or what, but Ludo was talking to the wands in very clear sentences. And my theory is that, like you mentioned, the hand is probably Toffee's hand with the missing finger. I think that Toffee is communicating to Ludo through the wand, and also just kind of I think Toffee's setting pieces in place for the future through Ludo, because Ludo is so easily influenced because he just wants the wand, he just wants power, so he's an easy target because he's greedy and also kind of incompetent. But with Toffee's assistance, he can kind of guide him in the right direction, make him do all the dirty work, make him work out all the kinks, and then Toffee can kind of, I'm assuming Toffee's going to regenerate from the hand, and then he'll already have the wand literally in his hand once he regenerates, and then stuff will probably go down. I'd imagine that being some sort of season finale or something. But what's interesting is that he says that, Ludo says, oh, well, Star doesn't have a wand. And then Toffee says, oh, well, she has the knowledge, but it turns out obviously she does have the wand. So yeah. I don't know if that's something that's not supposed to happen, like if she's not supposed to have a wand, because Toffee seems pretty knowledgeable, or if he's just tricking Ludo into realizing that she has the wand, and Toffee actually knows she has a wand. So I have absolutely no idea how that's supposed to work.
Because that's really interesting. I didn't think about that. Like, Toffee should know that. I mean, maybe something like this has never happened before. Maybe no person ever has used the whispering spell. They just knew what it did, and nobody had known the effects, if it could break in half. Actually, yeah. I mean, because he did not see that a new unicorn came to make Star's wand, but also I guess Toffee didn't tell Ludo that Star has a book, which is all the way at the end of the episode. But that was really interesting that he did not know that. After all, Toffee's supposed to be like, this is showing that if this is actually all Toffee's like doing, like all this planning, Toffee is a pretty big mastermind, and if to get Ludo to do all this, to actually and then eventually regenerate or come back somehow, that would be amazing. To show how smart Toffee is.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've seen the end of Toffee yet.
Yeah.
I'd be very disappointed.
I know. I totally hope not. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like how Ludo's getting slightly more serious and aggressive. He's still like goofy and clumsy, but he's like a little more of a threat, I guess, with this wand.
Ludo in the wild, I think, changed him a lot.
Definitely.
So we get to see that Star needs to practice more, and I mean, I guess Glossaryck knows that she's gonna have to eventually face some powerful enemies because she needs to learn these like intensely powerful spells. And she was able to do a lot of stuff in like the season finale of season 1 when she was in danger. I'm not sure if that was either because, she was in danger, or if it was because the wand was whole, or just they decided that, oh, well, yeah, she can't do those anymore. It's just different.
It's possible that she's just tired or lazy, or just not like really, not really trying. Or like you said, it could be the wand being split in half. Maybe she has to put twice the amount of energy in.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much exactly the wand has changed. I don't remember exactly what happened at the end, but at the end of the first episode of season 2, during it, like the wand was going crazy. So I mean, I guess it's normal now.
It's clearly connected to Ludo's wand for sure. We just don't know exactly how it works yet. Yeah, so they didn't. I mean, obviously they didn't realize they had half of the same wand,
But like, yeah, how are they connected exactly? Like, is there a good half and a bad half? Are they different? Like, it did seem that Ludo's magic was different than Star's magic, especially like he couldn't control his wand at all, while Star's was like weaker, but maybe she could control it more. I don't know exactly how different the halves are.
Yeah, well, I think that goes back to Ludo or Toffee trying to
Influence.
influence. Clearly Ludo has a dark magic wand of some sort. Kind of like how he has like dark dimensional scissors.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
So we also did see in the episode that there was a little like extra something, that there was there was a little movie that they showed in the middle of it while they were trying to get Glossaryck to come out of the donut box. And it was interesting because some did see that as a parallel of Star and Marco, but obviously at the end we learned that that monster dies. Which, would that be a parallel to Star? I mean, I hope not. They're just red herring, who knows?
I feel like that could be a parallel of Marco because the monster had tentacles.
Oh, yeah, you're right. At first, I was like, oh, at first I saw that, but then the guy looks a lot like
right.
I don't know, in general, like Marco. But you're right, because the tentacles and the different dimensions, which was the point of that thing, why they couldn't be together. Although it's not as although like in my first theory video, I did make like they're gonna be on opposite sides. That still could be a possibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like not supposed to be together, although they are supposed to be intertwined now. So it's really complex and complicated, their relationship in the future. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, so eventually at the end, we see that everything Glossaryck did was for a purpose. And I still am like, it's kind of, I can't believe how Glossaryck continually does this. He's doing things like these schemes to teach Star lessons. He's done this before where he manipulated both Star and Marco to get Marco to read stuff from Star's diary, and then she totally like did some important piece of magic dip down.
Dip down.
I was like, I couldn't say it, but yeah, he got them to do stuff before, and this is just another example, but he's like not being clear ever, and I guess it's just his way of teaching Star things.
Yeah, I mean, Star's kind of one of those people who needs to be taught, when stuff's going down, and she has no choice, 'cause otherwise she probably won't listen.
She was not into it at all.
Yeah, she's all over the place, but I don't know what it is. I really don't. Something about Glossaryck's character bothers me. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Like I understand his methods because they make sense, but I don't know if it's that or I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something about him. I don't like his character. I don't know what. I don't know.
You think he'll be bad? Or?
No, I just don't like his character.
Okay.
Like I don't have like a real reason. He just bothers me for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see how his character plays out in the future.
I think it's because, like, I guess I want him to have more of a relationship with Star and Marco, and it seems like he's just kind of doing his own thing, maybe. Yeah,
and he just pops up randomly. Yeah, I do understand that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I think that covers pretty much everything from these two episodes. They were quite interesting, and of course, by the book was a little bit more lore-heavy and just story progressing in general. But I want to know what you guys thought of these episodes, and if you want us to, we're probably going to continue doing these, as the month goes on, as we get more Star episodes. So we're just going to keep doing this, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and look forward to the next installment of this series, Secrets and Analysis video. Thanks for watching.
Later.